Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit and my intuition and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. We have a pick a stone reading. So we will be taking a look at a message from your future self. There's something your future self wants you to know, and I don't know what this is. So I'm super excited to deliver this message from your future self to you. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. You guys are all very welcome here and safe in this space with me today. Let us take a look at the three options to choose from. We have the amethyst crystal for option 1. Option 2, we have this blue stone. I'm not quite sure what it is. And option 3, we have this citrine crystal. So feel free to select your option. The timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. It'll take you directly to your pick. If you're called to more than one stone, that's absolutely fine. Could be multiple messages for you. And just use your intuition so that you know whether the message is for you, to what you will see, feel, or hear during the reading to confirm to you that that message is for you. All right, I will see you at your pick. Hello, my gorgeous pile 1. You picked the amethyst crystal. Beautiful. Let's get into your reading, shall we? So your future self has a message for you. I don't know what it is going to be about. So I have pre-shuffled the oracle cards. I've not looked at them. So I will ask you to use your intuition to what you will see, feel, or hear throughout this reading to confirm to you that indeed this message is for you. And like I mentioned in the intro, if you are called to more than one pile, that's absolutely fine. That just means there could be multiple messages from your future self regarding different aspects of whatever it is that is being communicated. All right, so I don't know if these will all fit, but let us take a look at what we have. So we have the Four of Swords. It's your first card. We have Banish a Curse. Interesting. We have the Four Swords showing up again, pointing to the center here. And 2 snakes or serpents, actually 4 serpents, because they each have a head. So snakes are all about wisdom and healing. Okay, interesting. We have a clown. We have a pitcher of water being poured into a glass. We have this intuitive oracle card. It says, number 9, the actor. Affirmation, I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. Okay. We have number 1 with abundance. We have liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Sorry. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. And we have a dragonfly, which is all about seeing through an illusion or seeing something for what it truly is. Okay, liberation. We have completion. We have a bag. It says something important such as a new job or a raise. Now we don't pay too much attention to the words so much as the energy of this card with the rest of the reading. We have bell, announcement. Letter B could be significant. We have number 30, shooting star. You are a shooting star. You are about to step into your fullest potential. Wow. Pile 1. And we have the color. Okay. It did fit. I have some tarot I'd like to pull as well. And then we do have some guidance cards at the end of the reading from Spirit. But let's pull some tarot in regards to what does your future self want you to know? What is this message your future self is delivering to you? Spirit, clear and concise for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. What is this message about? Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed. All right. So these are double-sided tarot cards. We'll pull them as they come out. So we have the King of Pentacles, and it's the back side, and he's in reverse. I'm going to read them exactly as I pull them. We have the Hangman. So we have Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We also have Pisces. We have the Chariot, and it's the front side, and it is in reverse. Okay, I think that's good. Chariot is Cancer. We have the, what is this? Justice card in reverse, the front side of the Justice. One more, Spirit, one more card. We have the Four of Swords coming out again, and it is, I don't know if it's the back side or the front side of the Four of Swords. Anyway, we will read the energy. Okay, so give me a minute here to tap into this energy. Beautiful pile 1. 2, 4 of Swords. Well, 3. I'm seeing this 4 of Swords here as well. 4 of Swords is all about reflecting and healing and overcoming some challenge. So what your future self is wanting you to know. I feel like something's gone on in your energy here that I don't think left you feeling very happy. I feel like you almost feel as though something was stuck, or you were unable to do what you wanted in a situation. Almost like I don't know, there's like an energy here of you feeling really stuck and knowing, I guess that's, there's a lot of coulda, woulda, shouldas here, okay? Like you could have done this, you should have done that, you would have done that, and maybe you're seeing the situation as something that you're still hung up on in some way. So I think your future self is telling you that there is something that you're able to do for yourself. And it is okay for you to reflect and for you to take the time, I think, that you need in order to process whatever this thing is, because for all of you guys, this thing is something different. But I feel like your future self really wants you to be honest with a situation, because I feel as though you're telling yourself an untruth right now. And I feel like the untruth is that you can't engage in your life in a certain way right now that will help to move things along. So I feel like there's something you need to put behind you. There's something you need to see it for what it is. There's something that you need to accept about yourself. And I also feel like there's a need for you to take yourself and what you feel and what you want into consideration. And I feel as though you're downplaying something here, like you're downplaying your desire for something, or your need to express something, or your involvement, how you can engage in something here. So it has you feeling really stuck. And your future self wants you to know that whatever greatness here that you're envisioning out of a situation, or the potential out of something, is actually there for you. But you have to make it known. You have to make it seen. You have to acknowledge something here within yourself. And I feel like you might not be taking your own feelings and your own role in whatever this is as seriously as you can, to really make a change or an impact in the progress of what this is. So you have more power than you're giving yourself credit to. And whatever is not going right with this situation, I think what your future self is trying to communicate here is that you actually have more involvement in how you perceive this than you're actually giving credit for. Meaning you are potentially perceiving what is not going right as something that is external to yourself, that whatever's happened has happened to you, and that you have no control, that you're not able to guide the course of what this is. So I think you're allowing circumstances and situations to unfold rather than taking action, rather than putting an understanding and a perceived comprehension behind you, and saying goodbye to whatever that mindset is that you're unable to change the direction, that whatever you want in a situation here is not as important, or that it's not going to matter, or that it's insignificant, or that you're not taking this seriously in some way. Because I think the weight of your presence, the weight of your word, the weight of your desires, and the weight of your action is what is going to help to move something forward that I feel is going to gain a lot of momentum in the direction that you're wanting to go. So, with abundance and this bag here, this shooting star, you're about to step into your fullest potential, and this announcement, I feel like you're needing to claim something as yours. You're needing to claim your desire to capture something. You're having to express to the universe what it is that you want, and make it known and seen. And maybe part of you is not claiming or not showing up, because underneath that you might feel as though, what if you did not obtain this thing? You're kind of minimizing any sort of desire, so that if something doesn't go through, then you're not completely devastated in some way, but then you never really fully attain what you want. So you're only really fooling yourself. This is an interesting energy from your future self. Let's pull some more and see if we can get clarity here as to what this message is, because I recognize that it's been a little bit not so clear and a little all over the place. So we'll ask for specifics. We'll get Spirit to help me with this channeling from your future self. Spirit, please help me to channel this message from Pile 1's future self. What are they trying to communicate here to Pile 1 in regards to this message for the greatest and highest good? What is this message about, Spirit? Okay. So we have the the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles coming out again. No, not the King. Yes, King of Pentacles. Sorry, the back side of the King of Pentacles. The Magician. We have the Judgment. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So Pentacles here. Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. We have Virgo, Gemini. Yeah, it's the same message. You guys want something. I think inside you want something to happen. You want to manifest something. There's something here you're seeing as something that you want. And what it would require is some interest and some involvement from you to do something, to take some action. And I think the first action would be admitting to yourself that you want something here. But I think you've turned your back on seeing yourself as someone who could do something in this situation, or maybe you just shied away from doing something in the situation because what if, for whatever reason, you were unable to manifest this. But I feel it is something you definitely want, and it is something that would make you very happy. So I feel like you're not being honest with yourself. That you do have the ability to manifest whatever this is, that you can chase up this opportunity, that you are able to be successful here in moving whatever this is forward, but you have to claim it. You have to claim it. She has this horn, almost like the announcement horn, you know, when you blow the horn. I feel like you have to, I feel there's something here about you admitting and finally saying and claiming what it is that you want, so that then you're able to make it happen. Because I feel like you're not being honest with yourself, or you're not telling yourself the extent of what it is that you're wanting here. So it's keeping things stuck. So if you want that position at work, then you have to say you want it, and then it's yours for the taking. If you want that, whatever that thing is, that relationship, that move, that thing, that whatever circumstance to pan out, like, I think you have to come forward. I feel like you feel like you're I don't know, like a phony, a fake, or I don't know, like imposter syndrome. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough, or you won't be taken seriously, or you're not capable because you don't have the experience, or you'd make a fool out of yourself, or you're not able to bring the justice to whatever this is. You're not able to bring yourself to the level of whatever this thing is, but that's not true at all. So I think you need to put an end to that mindset, or an end to a belief that this abundance or this thing that you want to attain isn't for you. And it's really a mindset. It really is a mindset. Because I feel like you're coasting along, hoping or wishing or desiring or knowing something, but not actively putting it out to the universe to claim. So it's like, if it's to happen, then it's kind of going to happen to me. But there's a need to take action. There's a need to point your sword towards what this is and claim it and say, I am going to move towards this. This is something I want. This is something that would make me happy. I am choosing this thing, not just kind of hovering around a thought or an idea inside of yourself that doesn't really go anywhere. Yeah, that's what your future self is telling you, is like, you can have this. You are capable of this. You need to claim this. You would be very happy, but there's a need for you to make an announcement. There's a need for you to be very open in the situation and say, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I want. Here's what I'm going to accomplish. Okay, so thank you, Spirit, for that. That came through very clear. Now we're going to get a little bit more in regards to why. I mean, I feel you're stuck because of a mindset of seeing something within yourself that you're telling yourself is true, or that's keeping you stuck in some way. That is a mindset that might need to shift. Okay. So your future self wants you to put an end to whatever that is. I know easier said than done, but just acknowledge, if you are resonating with this message, then what is your inner dialogue? Okay, so check that. And then we're going to ask Spirit here for more information as to how can you, or what are you supposed to do? I think the doing here is claiming it, like actually communicating this and telling yourself that you're okay to want whatever this is, and that you will actively do whatever you can to pursue this, because I don't think you are. I think you're just allowing whatever is, and then, I don't know, like, yes, we gotta still be accountable for a manifestation and still take some action here, and I feel there's action required. So, Spirit, from the future self of pile 1, what are they being advised to do? Can we get some more in regards to what can pile 1 do in this situation? What are they being advised to do? Thank you so much. Okay, so we have the 6 of Cups. That's the back side of the 6 of Cups. Sorry. Just like looking at these cards. Okay, 6 of Cups, Tower, the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician, and now we got the 4 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so okay. Your future self is kind of giving you, I don't like delivering these types of messages, but this is what I'm getting. It's almost like a warning message here for you. I think you're looking back on a situation here that you could have done something. You could have done something more, and you're going to be, I mean, you can definitely change this energy And I think this is why your future self is wanting to communicate this. I think you're going to be mourning the loss of an opportunity that you weren't able to, or you were able to, but you did not invest in, that you did not do something about here, that you didn't energetically engage with. You didn't put the effort towards it. You didn't manifest it because of your involvement or lack thereof. And it becomes like shoulda, woulda, coulda, because you're looking at the after effect of something that hits you pretty hard. I think it hits you pretty hard after the fact, and you're kind of looking back on a situation. Someone else gets the role, someone else gets the lady, someone else, I don't know, like does whatever it is that you're looking at, and you're kind of not happy about this, okay? But there's no one here to blame but really yourself. So your future self is being quite harsh on you. And saying there's one thing to heal, but then there's another thing to completely be inactive and not allow yourself to come out of a state of immobilization, reflection, where things around you, people around you are continuously engaged or moving forward, and you might be in a state of telling yourself you need more peace, more time, more reflection. I don't know. There's some sort of inner dialogue here that you're telling yourself, because I feel like you're trying to reflect on some healing, or you're trying to recuperate or gain some inner wisdom. That's your reasoning for the delay or your excuse for not engaging. But I feel like you're kind of asleep at the wheel here, pile one, or at least this is what your future self is telling you, and then you find out something in a way that I don't think you want to find out, but you had the power in your hand. You had the ability to bring life to whatever this was, to actually engage in the manifestation. But to engage, you have to take action. You have to put the active conscious choice and decision and claim it, communicate it, move towards it, to do something active. You can't stay in your mind about something to the point where then you miss the boat. All right, so that's what your future self is telling you. Now let's pull some of these more advice cards here to see. So this is the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Spirits, for the future self message here for pile one, can we get some guidance, some future information here that will help pile one in this journey? What's going to help pile one? Clear and concise, please. Thank you so much. Okay, I feel two. All right. What do we have? We have duck, healing, skillful navigation and ease, affirmation. I navigate the worlds of spirit creatively and emotion with grace. Something about emotion for sure. Okay, so you will move through tricky circumstances without becoming entangled in drama, negativity, or ego. Your inner self knows how to guide you through any situation. Do not worry about what others think or say about you. The truth will shine through and nothing else will stick to you. You're encouraged to look beyond the world you know into other realities and ways of being, trusting that you can adapt and thrive. Use nourishing oils to create a protective barrier for your skin. As you apply the oil, imagine you are also applying a layer of psychic protection. Okay, we have owl, wisdom, prophecy, and revelation. We were seeing the judgment card. It says, I pay attention to my inner knowing. The secret truths are revealed to me. That's this one here. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Okay, so you're now being revealed to the truth. Owl. There is more going on than meets the eye. Look beneath the surface to find your spiritual truth. Trust that you have helpers in the spiritual realms who are aware of what is happening and sending you messages to help you find your way. You'll be able to move through any challenge successfully. Be patient, pay attention, and you will recognize the perfect time to make your move for the best outcome. You are going to receive clarity in a matter that has been confusing or based on deception. Clear, like a bell. So when you hear the bell, it's go time. Pile 1, don't sleep at the bell. Okay, because when you know it's go time, I think you have to do something. And I feel like your future self is telling you, you hear the bell, and if you fall asleep, if you don't call it the illusion, whatever inner dialogue you're telling yourself, you're not overcoming something here that is the truth, that is your sort of claim. You're supposed to claim something here, okay? And you could certainly change this energy. We have Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, you're safe, angels stand close, surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So any concern you have regarding why you are unable to move forward or communicate something here, just surrender and trust. We have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. So does your inner voice tell you you want something? Is your inner voice telling you that you deserve something, that you want to go after something, that you're deep down desiring something, but your fear, which is more of your ego, if it's loud, if the voice is telling you cannot, or people won't take you seriously, or you're not able to, that is not coming from your deep inner self. That is coming from conditioning. That is coming from ego. That is coming from a place of fear, doubts, illusion. You got to see through this. That beyond that, there is abundance. Beyond that, you have the ability to step into a situation that will bring you full abundance. A 9 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. So the actor, I know how to act properly and wisely in this situation. I feel like you feel like a fraud in a situation here, but you're not, okay? You're not. So when you hear the bell, which is, the right moment for you to, and this could just be this video, you now are on notice that you are hesitating based on a dialogue to yourself that you're unable to do something here. And now you have the awareness that you're not limited, that you have the ability to do something and change an outcome here, but you have to be active. You have to take charge. You have to claim it. You have to communicate and express your desire for something here. And do not feel foolish, and do not feel like you need something more, that you're limited in any way. You're not a limited being. You are able to navigate through this absolutely perfect, okay, as the perfect being that you are. So I hope this helped you guys. Pile 1, your future self was communicating, sort of like a warning message here for you. And maybe they're intervening here with this very important message to change the course of history here for you to attain something, but you still got to do it, okay? Well, you could do what you'd like, but this is coming from your future self. So I hope this helped you, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. You picked this beautiful stone right here. We will be taking a look at, what does your future self want to communicate to you? What message does your future self want to deliver? Please use your intuition to see if this is a message you will be resonating with. Okay, something you will see, feel, or hear to confirm indeed this is your message. I have not looked at these oracle cards, so we will reveal them together and see what this message is all about. All right, so we have the Big Bad Wolf, which is the Devil card in the tarot. This is the fairy tale tarot of the inner child. Big Bad Wolf. Okay. Double energy is Capricorn energy. We have intuition. Okay. We have this classroom. We have this oracle, intuition oracle card. Take a look at that. And it says 47, the persistent affirmation. I hold fast to my goals and ideals as I preserve. The persistent. 47 or 11. Okay. We have 44 with scavenge. Or the number 8. I'm going to put these right there. We have trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. Trust. Okay. We have confusion. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see. Good enough. In fact, I might do this. There we go. Much better. All right, we have cat, a two-faced friend. Don't pay too much attention to the words so much as the energy we'll be picking up from these cards. We have bouquet, compliments from an admirer. We have tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. And we have clouds, temporary problems. Okay, we have 66 with hibernation. Your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. We have the crooked trunk. The crooked trunk. Okay, and we have the friend. Interesting. Two-faced friend, and we have a friend coming out. Okay. Let us pull the tarot and see what more we get here. Spirits, for pile number 2, their future self has a message to deliver. What is this message about for pile number 2? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2, spirits. Thank you so much. Please protect me and pile 2 as I channel this message. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so much. Now, these are double-sided tarot cards, so we will flip them over this way and read them as they come out. All right, what is the message to pile 2 from their future self? We have the world in reverse, and that is the front side. Okay. We have justice on the back side. We have, I don't know what this is. We have, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look at that. What is this? What's the 13 major arcana? Give me a second. Oh my goodness. Brain fart. That is the death card. Does this look like any death card you guys have ever seen? It's pretty interesting. Okay, so the death card. Wow. Got the world, the death, the justice. What else, spirits? We have the 4 of Swords. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And we have the Strength card in the reverse. Okay, I'm going to move the tortoise up here to give more space. Okay. Give me a second to pick up this energy. Okay. I think something between you and somebody has happened, and I feel like you're now not so sure that you could trust somebody here. And I feel like this person might have screwed you over in some way, shown their true colors. And so maybe it was like a situation that went awry, like someone was supposed to, I don't know, do something they did not, or they showed their true colors and they royally screwed you over in some way that left you in a state of not understanding. Like you don't understand this person, why they did what they did. I feel like you feel like you got betrayed or lied to, and then they made you believe one thing and then they did something else. So it created a state of confusion here for you, uncertainty. So I feel like you're sitting in a stage of uncertainty or needing closure from something here because you're not quite sure what to make of it. And you might be kind of running the narrative in your head here. Like, what do you do? Do you address this? Do you confront this? Do you, like, what exactly are you supposed to do in this situation here? So I feel like what Spirit is showing here is that, because for all of you guys, we'll pull some more cards, but for all of you guys, for sure there was a state of confusion and trying to decide something. I feel like you're trying to have closure so you can move on one way or another, or do you readdress the situation or not? So I don't know what you're being instructed by your future self to do. All I know right now from this energy here is that you are in a state of contemplation. You are in a state of what can you do? You're in a state of like hibernation. You're pulled away. You're reflecting on what has happened, but you're still not over this thing. So you want to put something behind you. You want to move forward. You want to do whatever you're supposed to do, but you're not sure what the right thing is that you're supposed to do. Are you supposed to confront this person? Are you supposed to just forgive this person and then allow them into your life? So this could be like a family or somebody in your life here that you can't just escape in some way. Like you have to decide how you're going to address this. And if you don't, it's like then you leave yourself vulnerable to this happening again in some way. Like there's something here about needing to address something. I'm not quite sure how to, and feeling as though you want to do the best thing possible so that you know that you've learned what you were supposed to learn here, and and just trust in yourself and how you're supposed to move forward. So let's pull some more tarot to see if we could get some more. We have Libra energy, Scorpio, Leo. Okay, let's see. I feel like your future self is trusting something here that you're not seeing yet. Your future self is seeing something here. So let's see. What is your future self telling you about the situation? Spirit, please help me channel a clear message here for pile 2 in regards to this. These two fell in my lap. In regards to this message from their future self. What is the message pile two's future self is trying to deliver to pile number two. What is this message all about? So we have the Hierophant, the backside of the Hierophant, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Five of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles on the backside. Okay. So I feel like, yeah, it's this energy. It's interesting. It's like the Hierophant is all about learning. And it's a greater sort of level of truth when we look at the Hierophant, okay? It's like our value structure, our system of beliefs in some way. This could represent marriage, schooling, some established belief or tradition. And the fact that it is in the reverse, like I feel like you really feel like your world kind of got flipped in some sort of way. Like you're not quite sure what is real anymore in this sort of situation, because something that you were committing yourself to or understood to be one thing actually turned its back on you, and left you sort of to figure out on your own. So you feel like betrayed, you feel abandoned, you feel at a time where you needed whatever support, whatever system structure was in place, people, circumstances just weren't there for you. So I feel like emotionally you're still processing this, okay? So allow yourself to process this, because I feel like you're still in that situation, emotionally tied to it in some way. And for a lot of you guys, like I said, I am getting the feeling that you can't leave physically. So it's like, how do you deal with this? Because you can't just up and go, or like this could be someone you're dealing with at your workplace, right? Or in your family setting, or in your school setting, or something here that you're unable just to say, okay, forget about it and move on from. So it's like, how now do you still create or move towards what you want with this sort of looming about? So I think what your future self and what Spirit is guiding me and showing me here is that despite what you've experienced here, which was quite significant, like this was a betrayal, I feel, okay? I feel like there is a matter of time here that you need to take in order to process what has happened for you to get your own closure. Like I feel as though you're not going to get closure here from this person or the situation or whatever. I feel like you're going to get your own closure, your own certainty, find your way through your own dedication to moving forward, day in, day out, okay? Like if you can't leave the situation or the person, you're still involved in some way, because I feel like you still have to create something. So if it's work, you still have to show up to work here. So you focus on your work, you focus on what you're able to work with, you're focused on how you can still move forward here without paying no mind to what did not work and these people or the situation. Because I feel like whatever's happened here, you've learned your lesson. You now understand who it is that you can trust, who it is that you can put your who you can rely on. So your future self wants you to know that you're able to get through this. And although you might feel emotionally stuck, you don't have to completely surrender, like, and leave. You're surrendering to whatever emotions you have, but it doesn't mean you're allowing this person to win, or you're allowing the situation to occur. You're recognizing that your peace and your ability to move forward is solely in your own hands, that no one else here is able to determine what outcome you're going to have here, no matter how much they threatened you. Or yeah, because I feel like this kind of rocked your foundation here. I'm going to pull some more. Pile number 2. I don't know what your future self is communicating about this, but I do see that there's a promising message here of you moving forward despite having experienced this, or having to experience this, I should say, in your environment. So, sorry, what is this one again? Persistent. Yeah. Hold fast to my goals and idea as, okay, so there's something here you're having to still keep at without allowing this to derail your vision of something, or your dream of something, or your momentum, or your creation. Don't let it derail you. Don't let it set you back. Don't let it hang you up. Like, allow yourself to process this, but just know that you're still able to move forward and on from whatever this is. So Spirit, can you help me communicate? What does the pile number 2's future self want to communicate further in regards to this situation, this betrayal, this circumstance? What more does pile number 2's future self want to communicate to help pile number 2 in processing whatever this is? What is this message all about? Thank you so much. So we have the Hangman in the upright and the back side. Okay. We have the 10 of Swords. This is the back side, and it is in the reverse. We have the King of Swords, and it is in the reverse. The 5 of Cups coming out again in the reverse in the back side. We have the World card falling in my lap again in the reverse. The front side. Okay, so, and we have the Tower, the front side of the Tower in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. Message strongly. Okay, so what your future self is telling you is right now the only hang up is yourself. Because I think what has happened betrayed you, and it's now kind of done already. Okay, so it's done, and I'm not sweeping it under the rug. What your future self is saying is that you're not going to get any further wins here. You're not going to, like, I know you want closure here, because both of these in the reverse is like a need for closure. I need to put it behind you. I need to kind of come to terms with whatever has happened here. But I feel like you're still, like, it's happened a bit ago, and the longer you're in your mind about it, and the longer you're kind of thinking the same thing, the longer you're kind of stuck here in whatever energy that's not allowing you to move on from this thing. So your future self is telling you that where you apply your mind is what you're going to be experiencing. So be very conscious of what you're putting your mind to, and remember, the only truth is the here and now. So anything that's happened kind of in the past, although it has happened, as long as you don't put in a whole bunch of mental weight into it, it ceases to exist in some way. That whatever sort of shock, whatever sort of disappointment, whatever sort of energy that you're feeding into it kind of dissipates after a while. But if you stay in that energetic headspace of reliving what has happened to you, then you continuously seek some sort of closure. You continuously seek some resolution to how you're feeling. So, and this doesn't mean completely ignore your feelings. Allow yourself to feel what you've felt, but monitor where your mind is sitting, because if your mind keeps replaying the same thought, you're going to continuously, repetitively feel these feelings. So once you process whatever this is, maybe put time aside to allow yourself to fully process the feelings and feel the feelings. But then after that, you can control your mind to stay on things that actually matter now in the here and now, because you cannot do something about what has happened in the past. There is nothing further for you to do. There is no closure that you're going to find from someone else or something else by continuously staying in this state. You're only going to continuously start to feel the same feelings and continuously keep elaborating on that dysfunction, if that makes any sense. So your real growth, your healthy growth of what you can do begins right now. Okay, it begins right now. How you communicate with yourself, what you're telling yourself about this. Yes, I got hurt. I got screwed over. This person was untrustworthy. The situation didn't do what it claimed to do. And I will no longer be a victim of that thought. I will no longer stay in that same mindset that I'm in right now because it doesn't feel good, okay? Although you might be very valid in feeling the way that you felt, now is the time, your future self is saying, for you to detach from that victim mindset and know that we create our own realities with our perception. So as long as we keep seeing ourselves as victim, as long as we keep seeing the circumstances needing closure, it will forever need closure. It will forever make us play victim. Okay, so now we detach our mind from this, and anytime this sneaks back in, we monitor and we conquer our thought, and we say, am I reverting back to something that is going to not need a resolution because I am fully capable of moving forward without resolution right now. I'm fully capable of focusing on my task in the present moment without whatever this said thing is. Although it did hurt, we cannot be continuously in the same mindset of expecting something further from a situation that's already been disappointing, that already proved not to be trustworthy. Okay, so that's what your future self's wanting you to know. I'm going to pull some more and see if there's any sort of further guidance and clarity. And I feel this will take time, but the more you sort of catch yourself having these thoughts, slowly but surely you'll heal. Slowly but surely you'll get out of whatever mental state you're in, because I feel like that is where the true pain is where you relive it, where you carry it within you, where you keep reflecting back on what didn't work and how it hurt you and all of this stuff. So it keeps you in a perpetual state of confusion and pain and suffering when you don't need to be here anymore. Okay, you do not need to fear whatever this is, because it's happened. Just fear your own power to remain in that energy. But you have control of this, okay? You have control over how you're feeling right now, not the situation. Don't give it any power, because it's now forming your growth. It's now leaking into your creation, because you're the creator. Okay, so you're creating your future, and if you have unhealthy thoughts based on experiences here, now you're creating an unhealthy sort of version of yourself. So what does your future self want to communicate to pile number 2 in regards to this situation? What is the message, final words, anything that will help clarify things, provide guidance for pile number 2? Thank you so much. All right, we have the 8 of Cups. That's emotionally walking away. We have the King of Pentacles. I have a million cards flipping out. Okay. I do feel like this might be too much, but we will pull these. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. I'm going to pull one more. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, a lot of backsides here. It's like putting it behind you. The only thing that is kind of in the front view is this 10 of Wands, which is carrying the burden, making the active choice to carry the burden and remain stuck. So, I think what your future self is telling you is you need to definitely understand that what you've experienced is something that you did not like and that emotionally impacted you. Yes. But there is a need for you to detach emotionally from whatever this is. So know that our thoughts are heavily charged with emotions. So it's okay to have a thought, but once we start engaging with our emotions, putting it into that thought, then we start creating the reality. So I feel like the more pain that we relive, that whole situation, the more we experience suffering. So what your future self is telling you is detach emotionally from a situation that has happened, that has hurt you, so that you can find a balance here, okay? And find a happiness outside of whatever this situation is that I feel you want to remove yourself from. I don't feel you want to stay in a state of, like Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. This is a horrible feeling, and we could remain there if we're not actively present in what our conscious thoughts are and our conscious decision to move out of this. We can keep looking at what's not working and how it failed and why it failed and try to make sense of something that is confusing, that might not have any answers just yet, and stay in that cycle. And your future self is saying, no, get out of that state without even having maybe the clarity you need. Because I feel like if you could turn your back on something here that was painful, if you could turn your back on it, then this would release you of any sort of stuckness or burdens that you're feeling right now in this situation, make you feel a lot better. So Nine of Pentacles is all about being independent, successfully kind of accomplishing something on your own. We have it in the reverse. So I feel like maybe you were really dependent on whatever this thing, this person, this situation to show up or to contribute or to provide you with something, but you don't need this person, this situation to provide you with whatever this is. You're able and capable of doing this yourself. You just have to understand that you don't need anything further from this person situation, as my email confirms that, because the more you are desiring that in order to find closure, the more you feel you need this in order for things to get better, the more burdened you become because it's not coming, or it's just, you're not getting the closure, you're getting more confused, this is not getting clearer. So abandon that, okay? When you abandon that, you abandon the burden. You now focus on what you can depend on, what you can sort of create without the dependency of whatever this thing is, okay? Even if that means you think you're not going to produce the same level of whatever you intend on doing, it's okay. It's okay. You're still going to create something. You're still going to be able to make something here without whatever person, situation, or circumstance. And whatever that thing is that you're going to make, it might be imperfectly perfect, okay? But you'll be released from a state of anxiety, sadness, confusion, burden, needing closure, other people's drama, all of this stuff that you don't need right now. So you need to just kind of shut it out. So we have these, stone statue, this stone wall. I feel like you might have felt like you were stoned out in some way, but how long can you stand there facing a stone? Like, it's time for you now to turn your back on a situation so you can move forward. Okay, so this is what your future self is communicating to you. Now I'm going to pull some guidance cards to see if we could get a little bit more here as we wrap up from your future self. Is there anything further pile 2 needs to know that will help them in this situation? Oh, we have dragon. Anything further pile 2 needs to know that will help? And we'll pull some of these. Okay, what do we have? We have dragon, we have Pegasus, we have Cernunnos, and hope. Okay, so let's read this. We'll start with the dragon. It says, leadership, integrity, and power. Affirmation, I own my power with dignity and grace. Yes, taking accountability, taking the power back in your own hands. It is safe for you to be powerful. You can be powerful and kind, good, humble, and gracious. True power achieves greatness and flows from the heart of the universe, not from human ego. Surrender any attachments to being admired. Interesting. Compliments from a secret admirer. Yeah, surrender any attachments to being admired, and you shall attract an abundance of recognition and respect. You have abilities that are beyond the ordinary. You shall be guided on how to best express them to fulfill your destiny and assist all beings. Remember, you can only give according to what you can receive. Take time to balance and vitalize your internal energies. Pegasus, inspiration, grace, and clarity. We had a lot of confusion here. So clarity, affirmation. I open my heart to divine inspiration and protection of spiritual grace. With divine grace, grand accomplishment becomes possible. An inspired idea is awakening in your soul. Do not allow it to become tainted by negativity, greed, or ego. Protect what matters to your soul by surrounding yourself with white light and asking for spiritual grace to be with you always. You can be a guide and guardian for others when you stay connected to the pure love of spirit. It is not up to you to decide what others need to do. Very important. Have faith that your loving connection with spirit will be helping others to find and live their own truth. Blessed by divine grace. Hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. And Serenunos, love force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. I think this life force one is you subduing yourself, I feel, behind someone's actions. So you're dimming your own light. And what I am really picking up here is maybe this was someone who showed you a lot of respect in the past, or somebody who admired you, or somebody who had a lot of power you felt here in your progress or whatever. And now this has been removed, or their true colors have shown. So you feel almost like you're not in a position to accomplish something because that's been taken away from you. But I feel like there's a need for you to understand your power and detach yourself from the idea that someone else could have this much power over your own ability to accomplish something, and send them loving thoughts. Do not stay in the betrayal energy. Do not, and I'm not saying you have to forgive this person outright and let him back into your life, but a forgiveness comes with knowing that we're all from God. We're all imperfect beings. We all falter. Do not hang on to angers, resentments, and continuously try to get clarity from a situation or closure from a person who is imperfectly living their journey and maybe unable to give you what you're needing for yourself, what you have the power to gain from yourself without this person, this situation, or this circumstance. Okay, so your future self really wants you to know the power is in your hands. Okay, you have the life force, have hope, send out love and acceptance to everything you're doing, every thought you have. If it's not from a place of love, don't allow it to exist, and detach yourself from that sort of energy, because you will perpetuate a crooked growth within from now till, however long you're having these thoughts. So you want to grow something healthy. You want to create something healthy from now forward. You don't want to create something that is grown out of energies that aren't positive. Okay, so you have this power, and your future self wants you to know right now is the time for you to allow yourself to let go of anything that is not clear, anything that has betrayed you, any person that has done you dirty, who has knocked over what you've built or undermined you or did something. Okay, pile number 2. I hope this helped you. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful. Pile number 3. You picked the citrine. I absolutely love this crystal. We're going to look at what message does your future self want to communicate with you. Could be anything at all. 1 and 2 were actually quite difficult for me to read. Yeah, and the message was quite powerful. So I don't know what yours is going to be. And I know you got a crap load of cards here. So I have a feeling this is going to be quite significant. And I don't know, it could be something positive, could be kind of a warning in some way. Whatever your future self wants to give you guidance or message, we will see in the card. So please use your intuition, what you will see, feel, or hear, so that you know indeed this message is meant for you. I've not looked at these, just shuffled. So let us take a look at what this message is together. So we have the Seeker of Crystals, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is also the lion from the Wizard of Oz. I have to find his courage. Okay. We have the Nine of Swords. All right. We have Eternal Charisma, the butterfly here, and a rose or chrysanthemum flower of sorts. We have a hammer breaking through a wall, it looks, or breaking through something. Okay, and a fist. I don't know which way. Okay, I think it goes this way. Okay. We have this Intuition Oracle card. And it says 20, the Transformer. Affirmation. I transform myself as a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. Interesting, we saw the butterfly here. And we have this Intuition Oracle card. And it says the Patient, number 24. Affirmation. I can endure whatever twists and turns life brings me. We have 15 with Distraction. Okay. We have 14 with Distance. Interesting. 14 and 15. In sequence, progression, distance, distraction. Okay. We have Courage. We were talking about that with the Seeker of Crystals. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. I feel like I want these in the reverse, or I guess in the flip backside. Okay, we have Trickery. Trickery. We have Tulip, Great Passion. And we have Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. We have Speaking Up, number 1. Your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. And 22, Creative Projects. It is time to get things done. Make your creative projects a priority now. And the Happiness Guru. Interesting. Let's pull some tarot. For pile number 3, Spirit, clear and concise message. What does their future self or pile 3 want them to know? What is this message about? For the greatest and highest good of pile 3, please protect me and pile 3 as I channel this message. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you. So we have the Hierophant in reverse and on the back side. Okay. We have the King of Pentacles showing up again in all 3 piles. This is Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And we have Taurus coming out with the Hierophant. So Taurus could be significant. And then we have the 4 of Cups. And it is in reverse. Okay. Give me a second to tap into what this is about. Okay. I feel like you there's something you want to pursue, something you want to accomplish, something I feel you have an inkling to do, to chase, to back up, but you haven't been able to do it because I think you feel as though there's something missing from within you, or your inability to make it happen for yourself. I feel like you think you lack something that you actually do not lack. So what your future self is telling you is that whatever idea that you're telling yourself of some distant sort of hope or some distant sort of desire that's for you in some faraway place is actually for right in front of you for the taking. And that whatever your dialogue is to self is where there is an issue. So your future self is saying, allow yourself to monitor what your thoughts and your inner dialogue are, because it is not trying to do anything. It's your ego that is getting in the way of you aligning yourself with the greater truth. There is something that you're supposed to be and that you're capable of doing and being and engaging with that will bring you what it is that you want. But you're sort of you feel stuck. You're not allowing yourself to fully recognize the power within yourself to engage in what this is because of a thought. It's immobilizing you. It's not allowing you to step outside of that. So in order to step outside of a thought, we have to embrace a different type of thought. And maybe this would require some courage. This would require a change in perception. And we might not know how to take that first step, or we might be sort of envisioning down the road of what could go wrong or what we need to know. And so we feel immobilized and we don't allow ourselves to pursue the thing. So then we just fill ourselves up with other things that don't matter, or make excuses, or yeah, I feel like this could certainly be around a creative pursuit, a work thing that you want to do, something you want to fully pursue further to gain more knowledge, or just a different path. I'm going to pull some more tarot here to see if we can get more concise message here from your future self, because it's not very clear to me yet what this is all about, aside from there's some sort of transformation of self that's going to be required in order to make progress here for something. And with speaking up, you might have to really take note of how you're communicating with self. What are you putting out into the world right now energetically? Are you wanting one thing and doing another? Do you want one type of career, but yet you're day in, day out focused and engaging in another? Like, I feel like as long as you keep doing this, you're kind of further and further away from your goal, further and further away from making something happen. And so your future self is saying you have to align yourself with what you want. You have to start getting honest with what that is. And then you have to find the courage within yourself to morph and transform alignments that now you're pointing in the direction of what this is. You're no longer engaged in things that are pulling you away from what this is. So can we get some more clarity here for pile number 3? What is this message from pile 3's future self? What is this message about? 5 of Wands, competition. conflicts, change. We might feel like what? Like there's too much competition in this field. We might feel like we have to come up against all these things that we're not prepared. 5 of Cups. And we feel sad. We feel like we're looking back on a situation like, I wish I could have pursued this, or I want to engage in a certain way. And you're able to. You just have to allow yourself to understand that whatever sort of fear you have is coming from the inside. This is something you're fearing, but it's there for you. 10 of Cups, yeah. Happiness. And we have the Judgment card falling on the floor. So, pile 3. I feel like what your future self is telling you is that you're in an energy here of looking at what's not working. You're looking at an energy of kind of what you want is something that's a distant thing that you can't have or that won't happen. And so you keep kind of aligning yourself with what's not working. And you have more inner conflict because you know intuitively that you're not aligned with what your greater calling is. You're not pursuing what it is that you feel you emotionally know is going to bring you full happiness here. So this could be anything really in life, continuously engaging with the same work, same people, same groups of friends, same relationships. Something here is not doing it for you. And it's going to take courage for you to admit to yourself that whatever you're doing is in contradiction to what you want. So don't feed energy into this. I know easier said than done. And then come to a truth of what you want, and then step into that courage to say, I am wanting something different for myself than what I've been manifesting. I am at the stage point in time in this job, in this relationship, in this situation, in this career, whatever this thing is, that I now understand I need to remove my focus and shift it towards something else, even though I might have to face some sort of conflict, because you might have to face some conflict, right? Like you might not want to ruffle any feathers. You might want to keep the status quo. You might want to remain in your situation because you feel guilty, or you feel like you've already invested something, or you feel like you'll let people down, but these are wrong reasons to stay in something that is making you not happy. So I think there's a need from your future self is saying, to understand where your passion lies and where your emotional fulfillment lies. And that's where you need to point your guidance towards, not towards what isn't working, not towards, you feeling bad about something, therefore you continuously pour your energy into it. Because the more you pour your energy into these things out of guilt or out of whatever feelings you're having for this, the more upset you'll feel, the more disconnected from your truth and your authentic desire and passion of what you're supposed to be doing. So I think there is a need for you to face some sort of conversation with yourself and then with the people around you in truth. This is not working for me, right? Or I no longer want to do XYZ. And I feel like that's the hard part, is you're not able to, or you don't feel like you're able to muster up the whatever it takes to start this off. But you definitely do, according to your higher self. So let's see, your future self, let's see, what does your future self want to communicate about this? Like, what sort of guidance does your future self want to give to you? What can you do to help get this off the ground? What sort of guidance is your future self wanting you to do right now? So we have the Death card, which is very interesting. Look at this Death card. It's the front of the Death card. Okay. Scorpio energy. I had some cards fall on me. Let's pick those up. We have the Page of Pentacles. Yes. 10 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the 4 of Cups. So The message here is quite clear. There's something here that's outlived its thing, okay? Job, relationship, situation, whatever it is not making you happy. It needs to transform, okay? We saw the butterfly. We all shift, we all transform. It might have been something that did it for you at one point in time. It was something that was fulfilling or was truthful or whatever it was, it served a purpose. But I feel as though there's a natural progression and something that we can no longer resist or hang on to out of because we feel a guilt or because we feel like we owe some sort of dedication to it in some way, because it's not allowing us to move to the next phase of our life. So it's holding us back. So I feel like what your future self is saying is that you're at a point where now you've been held back a bit, okay? You're not looking forward towards this opportunity. You're now looking back on something that might have been missed, that you could have already started, that you could engage with, because an inability to let go of what needs to flow, what needs to go away, what needs to transform, just as natural as, life and death. Something needs to end in order for a new beginning to happen. And I feel like it could potentially be because you've created stability with whatever that is, okay? So you do have something that was created of value here that took quite some time. But what your future self is saying is that whatever pursuit you have here of an opportunity will add to your legacy, will add to your long-term vision here, that whatever's happened here is no longer adding to the long-term sort of goal here. And the longer you're here, the more you're missing out on building this. So you become stuck on adding to your future legacy. You become stuck on not moving towards something that is going to be secure and promising for your future, because you remain in a situation here that's outstayed its welcome in some way. So it will take courage for you to shift your energy. And I feel like the longer you stay in whatever situation you're in, you start to begin to see what's not working, so much so that it builds resentment, it builds discontentment, it builds an energy around you vibrationally that is not good, okay, pile 3. And I don't think you want to be in that energy. I think you want excitement. I think you want love. I think you want to be fired up with passion. I think you want to be driven by all these positive emotions. You don't want to surround yourself with saying, ugh, why am I stuck in this? Why did I choose this? Feeling guilt, feeling all these negative type emotions for the wrong reasons, because this won't allow for there to be progress in your life. So your future self is saying, allow things to die out that have already lived its purpose. They're no longer serving you. Okay, let's get just final words here from your future self before we pull the guidance card. So future self of pile 3, can we just get final message here? What is unclear? What does pile 3 need to hear right now to help them in this sort of journey? What are they needing to hear? Thank you so much. I do feel these. Okay, so we have the Magician. You have all the tools available to you to make something happen, to manifest what you need to manifest. And also what's coming through is the more you stay in something that isn't working and feel your feelings are low vibration because you're feeling guilt or looking at what you don't have or your inability to detach from something, now you manifest more of that. So be very aware of what you're manifesting, okay? You want to manifest something here that is going to be beneficial for you. So be consciously aware. We have the 3 of, this is the Empress. Yes, this is the Empress. So the Empress is abundance. The Empress is able to, again, do what it takes here to accomplish her manifestations. Both of these are heavy manifestation cards. The Empress is able to use her love, but she's also able to use discernment. She's able to use grace, and she's able to manifest towards her abundance. And she isn't the type that's going to sacrifice her own self-worth for a situation here. She knows her self-worth and what she desires, and so she is able to stand up and speak her truth. Okay, so I feel there's abundance here for you to have. You just have to step into knowing your own power. I feel you know it, but you're watering it down or dumbing it down. Here we see the star. Star is all about our wishes or hopes or dreams come true. There's something here that you want for yourself. Pile 3. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. This is planting the seed for the manifestation. This is bringing into fruition what your dream and your hope is. Like you actively planting that seed. Only you can make this happen here, but you have to acknowledge where you are manifesting your energy, what you are sort of feeding right now. And it's not towards this new thing. It's not towards that abundance that you want to create because of the conflict. You have to overcome some sort of conflict, confrontation, I feel, okay? And this could be with friends, this could be with family, this could be standing up for yourself, having a tough discussion, you know, and maybe, like I said, maybe you don't want to face any competition because maybe your friends turn to enemies, or maybe they're in the field, or I don't know, but there's something here you don't want to have to face. But I feel like it sets you free. I feel like by you stepping into a courage, by you being honest, by you acknowledging something here that I feel you've been trying to shove down or tell yourself is not the thing. Yeah, like you really want to free yourself from whatever mindset you have that's telling you that whatever obstacle you have to overcome is getting in the way, and therefore you're continuously stuck in whatever this is, because you're not, okay? You're just manifesting more of that energy if you stay in that. So let's pull some advice, guidance cards here from your future self and see what does your future self wants to communicate to you. Pile number 3. What does pile 3's future self want to communicate to pile 3? What is the message for pile 3? I have pelican, crane, and I do feel moth. Okay. So, pelican, abundance, centering yourself, making choices. Yes, affirmation. I am strong. As my email confirms, I am strong, confident, and abundant. That's what that Empress was. Abundant, confident. Okay, the seeker of crystals, and the lion who has to find his courage and his heart, is all about making the decision, the choice to stand in their in the courage and in their decision to have abundance, to bring abundance towards them. You have the innate ability to attract many things into your world, so you can afford to be choosy about what you really want and need and leave all else aside. Okay, that means leaving what's not working. Balance your need to fly high with a diving beyond the superficial into the deeper aspects of life. Look beneath the surface into the depths of the soul. Your inner vision will show you what is happening beyond mere appearances. Go after what you want directly, boldly, and with clear intention. You have the inner strength to protect you from outer circumstances. That was that 5 of Wands we keep seeing, okay? So you have the ability to not dim your light and dumb yourself down to a situation that you can break free from to go after what you want. Moth, sensitivity, boundaries, turn to the light. I focus on the light. Yes, focus on the light. Trust your instincts, even if you lack clarity at this time. You're making progress and can trust your feelings to guide the way. If something feels right, move towards it. If something seems off, step back. There's no need to justify your feelings with logic. You are going through a time of heightened psychic and emotional sensitivity, so be sure to give to yourself to replenish, nurture, and protect all of your being. You have the innate ability to find a source of spiritual light, even during the darker times in life. And we have crane, long-term plans, devotion, and soulmates. Affirmation, my soul dances with freedom and grace. Cultivate patience and trust in long-term plans and perspective. Sometimes souls with much to offer need more time to marinate and evolve into their true depths of fullness. If you feel like you might be a late bloomer, accept that this can be a wonderful thing. You have the ability to create a beautiful and protective legacy for those souls within your care. Affirm your freedom, grace, and dignity above all else. Refuse to allow yourself to be put down by yourself or anyone else. Trust that you can attract and deserve to experience committed, healthy relationships. Pile number 3, it's so clear to me you're in a situation here that isn't doing it for you. And with the Empress, you can, and the Magician, you're going to be the creator of what you bring in. And I feel like you've already created a legacy. We saw the 10 of Pentacles. You created something. But that's not it. You don't stop there. You like this is talking about late bloomer. There's more here. There's more legacy for you to create. Okay, so don't stop here. Focus on what you want. Allow yourself to move towards this. We have the white eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Now, I do recall a comment wanting me to read this. I don't know if that viewer is watching, but I did say I would read this white eagle the next time I pulled the white eagle because there was question around it. So, white eagle, ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. About the white eagle is a Native American shaman who is dedicated to honoring our spiritual heritage. He is a world-renowned spiritual guide who has been particularly cherished by mediums all over the world. He first spoke through a medium called Grace Cook in the early 20th century. He is a guide who helps create clear channels in our bloodline and our spiritual lineage so we can access the heart of the Creator. He also helps us move into sacred ceremony where we can hold sacred space to honor a change, a transition, celebration, or anything else that deserves time. He is wonderful for clearing space, and we can call on him for help in forging spiritual connections. Extended message. Take some time to honor just how far you have come. Recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness, healing, and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family and spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they are all happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. So, transition. You might be in a time not sure how to transition, okay? So call on White Eagle, your ancestor spirits, whatever you need to allow yourself to find the courage to transition here. Because I feel like you are going from one significant milestone in your life to another. And the hesitancy you feel here is because it's different, right? And you've already created something. So you feel like you don't want to abandon what you've created. You want to accept what this is as naturally as you can, but it's outlived its sort of purpose here. So you are transitioning to this next phase, and you do have your guides with you. We have Sir Nunos, life force. Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. Great passion. So desires, creative passion, your hope. We're not going to be Four of Cups anymore, where you're kind of watered down. You're not fired up. You're not feeling that thrill to move forward. So allow yourself to be guided to the light. What gets your heart pumping? Okay, what gets you up in the morning? Pile number 3. There's something here that you're being pulled towards. Don't fight it. Allow yourself to see what this is, and don't talk yourself out of it. Sit in it, explore it, see why you feel it, move towards it. If whatever doesn't feel like it's giving you passion, it doesn't give you fire in your belly, don't engage. Turn away from it. Move towards what does, okay? Pile number 3, I hope this helped you. I love you very much, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.